Well, you always start the thing. So say something like,
Okay.
So here we are with the whole new shebang.
So here we are with the whole new shebang!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Joe vs. Al Dwarf Fortress. We have a new embark for you this week, which means a new challenge, which will be explained to you shortly. Albert takes on a strange new building pattern, and Joe gets into his usual gambits. Let's kick off Dwarf Fortress episode 16 with Joe's Fort. So, welcome to a whole new challenge in Joe vs. Al Dwarf Fortress. What we have here is a slightly modified version of the game sent to us by Griffon, our good friend.
And patron.
He
pays us money. That's how you get us to pay attention to your ideas.
0129. He set it up so that we can have something called paragons, like a special sort of noble in the game. A mayor can assign them, or mayor or higher. Can assign a dwarf the paragon status. Al and I are going to race to 10 satisfied paragons. We've decided that we want a little in-game stuff going on, so that, like, you could just make any dwarf a paragon, but we want them to have certain, accomplishments that we've agreed upon.
Yeah, so people who make cool legendary artifacts, or somebody who has a good kill, or makes a raid for a really nice item on another civilization, those will become paragons. And just to clarify for maybe people who don't know as much about the game, nobles will request different things in their preferences menu, and they aren't satisfied until you've put all of that stuff in their rooms, and they'll sometimes want more than one room. We don't know exactly what kinds of things these paragons will want.
We need to stress that. We're going in blind.
We are going in blind, and we should also mention that the mayor title does not become available until we hit 50 dwarves. Yes. So there will be some playtime before we're even getting into the actual game part of this versus. And somebody could die. Now, these are three different saves that Griffon has given us. Do you want me to read off the descriptions here?
Sure.
So we start off with the Black Sand Forest. Griffon says, Joe will probably like this one. There is black sand all over with a small patch of clay, although not fire clay like I like. That's Griffon, not me. I don't care about fire clay. There is tons of iron here, otherwise fairly boring from what I can tell. However, no good sources of water on the surface. You will need to breach caverns for water. Volcano. Plenty of tetrahedrite and gold. Also very mountainous, which means very little trees on the surface. However, there are some trees available. With a volcano on the map, the trees will only be necessary for beds. What is interesting about this location is that there is no wagon, but all the items should still be around. So there's something weird about very uneven ground that Dwarf Fortress won't spawn a wagon if you don't have enough tiles that are even. But the items will still be there. I guess in fiction, the dwarves just carried all the stuff on their backs. Finally, we have Oceanfront. He says there is an aquifer here, but you will be fine if you dig straight down from the embark location, or let Al drain the aquifer using DF hack. Since it's an ocean,
Al drain the aquifer.
Yeah, he said that. Since it's an ocean, you can't let the dwarves drink from the ocean. That leaves three options for water: caves, screw pump, purification on the ocean water, or dig a well over the aquifer. Griffon likes this location personally, and is probably going to play a game in it himself.
So what would you like to do, Al?
I like the Black Sand Forest. My plan requires many trees, so I want the trees.
Murky and jungle-like. Not jungle, I guess, but there's something sort of... I see dusk coming early in this land.
Dusk coming early to this land?
Yes.
Well, very poetic, Joe.
This is how I view the These tiles are prettier than the ones I was using earlier.
Yep. Griffon also pre-installed a font texture pack in the game, within the save file.
So this is something we don't always do, but since we've never actually seen this, we get a sense of what's going on here. Alright, so we've got, obviously,
lots of trees, like those trees.
We can keep going down. Again, down here, this is where dusk falls early, Albert.
Uh-huh. Well, they are dwarves.
I like the idea of dwarves in a jungle. I know it's not technically a jungle, it's a forest, but a jungle is a forest.
Yeah. I also have that question of when does a jungle become a forest? Or vice versa.
When a jungle... let's chop down trees. When a jungle reaches puberty, it starts to go through changes.
When two trees love each other very much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Entrance and depot, obviously. Just getting this done. We do have the wonderful... Oh, also we're on 44.11?
44.11.
As confusing as it is, the Dwarf Therapist of 40.1, which is fun. But we do have Dwarf Therapist.
I don't have Dwarf Therapist.
Al does not have Dwarf Therapist. He's using
the interior DF hack controller. So Griffon has already pre-selected our people here, huh?
I guess. We're going to have the same save, so yes.
Joe doesn't like your pre-selected people, Griffon.
I like to do my things, and I have
go jump in a lake.
My crafter. I'll leave the hunter, but he can also fish.
What did that say about fines obligations confining?
I don't know. Where?
So you moused over him and it popped up a box.
This?
No, yeah, but higher. There was a red one on like the guy underneath the purple. Doesn't enjoy... Wait, that guy, go up. Yeah, the purple one, I guess. Doesn't enjoy participating in physical confrontations.
Nope, he's a peaceful embarkation
leader. He has
leader.
very likely to throw tantrums and go berserk. Very likely to slip into depression and be stricken by melancholy. Great.
Does not respect the law.
That's a thing that's been very much amped up in more recent versions.
Fines obligations confining.
Yeah, I do too, man.
I've done very little with this.
I've played quite a bit. Like when 44.11 first came out, I played it even without DF hack and just sort of managed. It's okay. You can still play the game without the mods. It's kind of.
Garbage.
Okay, well you didn't have to give me my performance review now, Joe.
Hi-oh! Alright. Yeah. I tinkered with this a bit with the 44.11, but I'm definitely coming in a little clunky.
I mean, the basic gameplay is still the same. Yes. It's just they've updated some stuff about the mental state of the dwarves.
Also, this window seems huge to me.
Yeah, well, you need to zoom in. Actually, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it goes bigger. Interesting. I'll hang out around here. So what do we got? We haven't actually looked at this. Clay. This is the clay that was spoken of. Apparently, up further, this is sand. Because Griffon nicknamed this the sand. Or magnetite.
You just got magnetite hanging out exposed to the air. Jeez.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I should tell these people to...
do some wake? Put some wake shops in. Lots of logs. Gonna be logging. Got our logging industry.
We did sort of debate.
I'm excited about the preponderance of trees.
I've struck Galena. I thought this would be a lot more soily. You can make farms on clay? Yeah, okay. That's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna have to keep this out this way to make my farm layer.
You could go the other direction so that you not have to travel so far. Oh, but you probably want to put a door there, huh?
Yeah. The stuff behind. Pretty safe.
I've been thinking more about like efficiency and where stockpiles are in relation to the things that they feed and the size of stockpiles and hauling.
For the record, that's more than nothing, right? What the baseline of how much thought you have given to that?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. That's somewhat a dig at you. Everything I say is a dig at you, but that's just a reference for the listeners. It was never huge on the logistics, but...
People will have seen the previous series, I'm sure, and known how bad my fort was, but...
And yet here I am, going first. God, more magnetite. I like that. I mentioned numerous times last game. I think even in the one I tinkered with when I did dip into 44.1, I have not had iron on hand in eons, it feels like.
Well, and we've got lots of trees to burn, so even if we don't want to go for lava, like we're gonna have to worry about running out of fuel. You know, one thing that I like to do is, I don't know, for some reason I like getting my workshop set up early. I'll put one basically outside.
Yeah, I noticed that.
You don't like to do that, huh? You're fine with...
I don't know.
Letting it go. Just like that Frozen movie.
Yes.
Now that's the same tile as those rocks up there, so I assume that's also clay? Although the floor tiles look all the same, basically. Or similar.
Slightly different color. I don't know if you can see the grayscale difference between this.
Yeah, I do kind of see that now. They have... I like the little gravelly pattern.
Yeah, it's nice.
It makes it feel...
what smooth looks like.
I don't know.
I believe this is Phoebus, so we shouldn't be too... like, what? But apparently we are.
Another thing is you don't want to make a giant farm. because that takes a lot of farming expertise.
Yes, it does. Now, I made... Alright, you are not doing this anymore. You are farming and brewing. And not mining?
Did you even put him on plant gathering?
What?
I didn't see you designate any plants to be gathered, so...
Yeah, I did, right around the wagon.
Okay.
Oh, there's plants to be gathered.
I want to shout out to the people who suggested a no items, no skill embark. I personally did some experimenting with that, and that was an experience.
You ruined that for the series entirely.
Yeah, right, because if one of us knows more than the other, it's just impossible to play Dwarf Fortress. Joe doesn't like it when other people have an advantage. Only himself.
What do I have an advantage with?
You've been playing longer and you're more experienced. And also you
guess.
care about, like, being good at the game.
That's an advantage now. Focusing in on my gameplay and trying to learn.
It's not a disadvantage.
I will say, though, for the second one, I really wanted a very fresh... I didn't want anyone knowing much of what was going on.
Yeah, the only thing that... I did load the save very briefly.
Sorry, the third one. Because...
The first one was an
I had
episode
managed
long.
to lose 2 in a row, yes.
Well, let's see if this one lasts more than an episode. Like,
Yeah, we
there's
don't know
no
what we're next to.
guarantee that we won't get a siege and immediately die. You haven't even looked at your civilization map. Griffon might have put you right outside of a tower.
I don't know what that... I mean, I know what that means, but I don't... That's not something I do often. Get ready for Albert's big new idea for this embark.
Okay, so here we are in my fortress of solitude. Zoom in maybe not that much. That's a good amount, I think.
How does yours looks? Oh, because you're not down in the valley.
Down in the valley. And I'm not gonna be.
Yeah, you have this whole new thing you're gonna try, right?
Yep.
Well, not whole new.
A whole new thing. Oh, did I not? I didn't start selecting
I'm
it.
Joe.
No, we're not doing that.
I know. I thought that would be fun.
Oh, okay.
It's called a joke.
Okay. Gonna make a wood stockpile right here. And gonna go ahead and deconstruct the wagon. Let's see. I'm gonna build a carpenter's workshop.
Now, is your new thing... Do you think it jibes well with the challenge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, we gotta chop some trees real quick. Chopping them trees. Oh, I forgot I haven't looked at what the woodcutter. We've got one of those.
Your screen looks different.
What do you mean my screen looks different?
I had actual little dwarf things. You have letters.
I'm sorry.
Well, we should try... I guess we don't have to be, but try and be consistent.
Lots of guys on woodcutting. Everybody go woodcut.
Do you have
Actually,
little
probably
guys?
only have axes.
Yeah, we have different tile sets, it looks like.
He said he installed it in the save, Joe. We have the same save. I don't know what to tell you. It's going to look weird. It'll be a visual signifier.
You know what? Just because your kids are ugly is no reason to come jumping down my throat. Also, what are they? Why are they horizontal? You're dwarves.
What do you mean they're horizontal? They're laying down, I guess.
Yeah, but they're moving. It's freaking me out, man.
What's moving? What are you talking about?
Watch. When they walk back over with their wood,
Okay.
they like centipede around.
That looks like perfectly normal movement to me.
What, you move around on your back?
That's what the dwarf tiles look like in this set.
It's weird. Am I seeing them right? There's 2 eyes.
They're just little potatoes.
Whatever. Your dwarves are weird.
I'm sorry. There may be some issues with let's see. I'm gonna take him off of woodcutting, so he can carpent.
Almost assuredly
Cancels
mine.
fell tree lost axe.
That was fast.
Yowza. Hopefully he can find it again.
I think 3
I mean,
woodcutters
we haven't
in the
gone
beginning
anywhere.
is too much.
What now?
I think with 3 they sort of have to trade the axe around, and one of them went to look for the axe.
It like yanks it. Yeah. Suspended. Why did they suspend it?
Off to a rollicking start.
Hey, you did a bunch of mining and stuff. What is your problem?
How are things already going wrong for you?
What now?
I said, how are things already going wrong for you?
Do I want that? There.
Alright, so you're doing a wooden wall. Of a U shape.
And then we're gonna do upstairs right here. Everybody build now! And we're also gonna build our table and chair. Opening gambit.
So is your big new thing to have just an elf up above ground fort?
My big new thing is to have an upside down pyramid fort.
And you don't feel that this is gonna add. All right. I don't want no
I don't feel what?
asterisks on this when I win.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't you like my upside down pyramid, Joe?
I just want I want a fair competition, and I feel like having a fort that's an upside down pyramid is maybe adding extra confusion to the
Extra
thing.
value for the viewers? I know, Joe. It is.
Listen, you blundering your way around did just fine for 100 episodes without any fancy upside down forts, pyramids.
You got onto me so bad for making a crap fort last time, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this thing, and you're like, okay.
Having a plan doesn't mean
Idiot.
it's not crap. I mean, God, look at your ugly kids. You planned them.
That was kind of an accident.
I don't know when the ugly kids thing became a thing, but I'm digging it.
All right, can I? Yeah. Okay, I have to wait for them to build that staircase. Go build staircase. All right.
Well, I do have to say the upside down pyramid is probably, as we've discussed, there's some confusion, or you run into confusion real quick when you try and do stuff like this about what a wall is, and the top of a wall is a floor, and whether a floor can be on a wall and stuff like that. So just sort of always expanding up top sort of eliminates a lot of that, I would imagine.
Why can't I continue? Do I not have enough logs?
I don't know.
I have plenty of logs.
You appear to have a lot of logs, yes. You're weird.
All right,
centipede
so
dwarves.
they're working hard. They also,
hardly
what's
working.
great about building above ground? You never have problems with miasma.
Yeah. Yes. This is true.
Let's go ahead and get some.
Just garbage dump inside your fort also helps with that.
I don't believe in that, Joe.
Yes, I know.
We're gonna auto mine some of this good ore here.
Yeah, we do have. That's a big bonus for you. Just magnetite just sitting there on the surface, being delicious.
All right, get our floor going right there. Now we can get to those logs. So I have done this. Oh wait, did I not do it right? Sorry. I have done this fort before. What is this? Two needed cashew wood logs. I don't.
I don't know what's happening. You need 2. It's saying okay. So 3.
A place. Okay. I guess it was because I hit shift enter and it was like, but we don't have that many cashew wood logs.
Sort of back out of that and then.
Sorry, boss.
Run out of cashew logs here, boss.
All right.
That's a cool Hand Luke reference. Anyone's wondering.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, excellent movie. Which means you'll hate it.
So this is the opening gambit. I like to start with like a carpenter's workshop on this floor because it's close to the logs and stuff. I guess closer to the bottom. It's also easier to just get things going on this level. And one of the things, I just have a staircase that goes straight up and down through the fort. A lot of forts I've done, the previous forts I've done this in, I found out that I wanted to have like the staircase go straight down to the mine as well, but I'm not doing that yet here.
All right.
So we'll see. I don't even have rocks yet. Okay, there's that all built. Workshop, no, I already built a carpenter's workshop, didn't I?
I don't know.
We're gonna deconstruct that and build it up here for safety.
Safety. Ooh, there's pretty mushrooms up there.
Dance. All right, get out of here. I want Q. There we go.
Yes.
Remove building.
I know DFAC, I don't know if this has always been there, but you can name workshops?
Yeah.
I didn't really know that.
I knew you could. I've never done it before.
I had never seen that option before this latest version. I wasn't sure if it was new or not.
All right. Gotta keep going up and widening out as we go.
One square per level?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could do more, but this is how I'm doing it. Oh, I'm paused. Now I've got my plot built. We don't have any seeds, huh, for above ground farming, so I'll have to dig in here. Actually, I'll dig down. I'll just dig straight down. J is downstairs. Dig, J.
Dig, J.
There's... I couldn't find my cursor for a second there.
I don't know where it is either. Oh, there it is. Is that your manager's workshop?
Why isn't it digging?
I don't
J,
know.
downstairs.
Do you have your auto mining or gems?
Oh, that's the one. Whew. Not a good day for Albert in the making sense department. Now, it's not X here for up downstairs. It's I.
Yes, because why would they have consistency across the... It is X when you're building, though, right?
Yes. That is correct. All right, so they built that. So I started doing this as a sort of a defensive measure. That was my thought, is that, like, if you can defend the bottom of the fort, like, you're pretty much good. It's really the same, as having, like, a gate or whatever, the small entrance up here, but I thought it'd be fun to do, Oh, and you have to do these floors, too, which is annoying.
Yep.
On the corners.
You can't build walls on the floors? Is that the deal?
No, you can't. It's annoying.
Yeah. So if you decide, like, oh, I want to, like, as your floor gets, when you're up a few levels, you'll be like, oh, I want to designate this as a separate room. You have to, like, dig up the floors, and I don't know. I tried to do above ground forts a couple times, and that was enough to annoy me enough to stop. Things keep rolling at Joe's fort as we poke around the civilizations nearby, talk about Moby Dick, and Al explains hunting dogs.
That was honestly my first instinct when he built this for us, was see where we are in the world and who is next to us that could cause us troubles. And who we can raid for stuff.
Now that's very different.
It's not that different. The raiding? Like, I haven't got to the point where you can
I've not
send
done much with
citizens
raiding.
off-site yet. You have to get to a certain level in civilization before you can do that. I haven't experienced that. I was trying to experience it. I didn't.
I was trying to experience it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun. I've barely played the version prior to this one even.
Wow, really gonna get you some big room, huh?
Apparently, yes. That's the thing I'm doing now, making this gigantic. How do you do the hotkeys? Oh, shift. Oh, I'm in the thing. Did anyone notice when we started? Okay, recording-ish.
No.
20 minutes in.
You clapped at the recording a lot.
I see it. I'm looking at my clap. Sentinels hunt no ammunition. Interesting.
Well, Griffon might not have had you bring a lot of bolts.
Again, so a lot of this new stuff I'm not really big on. Was it Civilization menu?
Yeah. So there you are.
There I am. There's these guys.
Yeah, we're right next to some. We're really on the. Looks like we're on actually a road, a dwarven road, or maybe a human road. I didn't see that outside, but maybe it's sort of not on our tile. Goblins not too close. I don't see any towers.
What does T mean?
Oh, people. No?
Whatever. One of them's P. One of them isn't. I have no missions.
P versus NP.
Yes, that's gotta be good. What is our name, actually? Matched Salve.
Good.
Salve.
I am glad that you're going in this direction, Joe, because I now know that our forts will be different again, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I'm not really doing any...
I know what this is. Manager's workshop.
Yep. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Get that carpenter up, baby. Build a table and a chair. It's like opening gambit stuff.
Yeah.
You move that pawn in front of the bishop, and you build your carpenter's workshop with.
I actually like to start with. I do stone because I am a dwarf, sir. We have chalk.
Yeah, but you have to get stone first. My early workshop building gambit makes me.
Oh, because you're doing it on top because you're like an elf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad, sir. All right, let's get our throne table. Oh, we'll give him a door. What say ye?
I say awesome.
Say ye?
You like Queequeg now? What say ye? All of these Moby Dick references that bring the kids in.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about Moby Dick a lot in the last one I edited.
I know, I saw it. I was spot checking it for you.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Well, you saw me tweeting you or texting you about it earlier.
Yes.
That's what it was about.
I got it now. Check.
You've struck red tourmaline.
I wonder what kind of wildlife we got, too. That's always sort of randomized.
I'll hit you and look. Wouldn't that be under others?
I was just moving... Okay, well, we have a...
You have a tercel peregrine.
Didn't help at all. And a dead aardvark.
Dead aardvark.
Did he give us... Wait a minute. Oh, Griffon, my god. Load this up with... You got a hunting dog?
No war dogs, though, huh?
No, apparently not.
I don't actually know what to do with hunting dogs. I'm going to look them up.
I think they become... Whoever's their owner, if they hunt, they go out and hang out with them. I could be completely wrong. I have no idea.
I'm looking it up because I don't... I can't offer...
Good talk.
Thanks. I didn't cut you off earlier.
And begin.
A hunting animal will target the creature its owner is targeting if the owner is hunting, and it will be sneaking without a movement penalty if it is reasonably close to its hunting owner. A hunting animal notices creatures from farther away, although this isn't exactly effective if it decides to target what its owner is targeting. It all needs a bit of work, but that is true of hunting in general. End quote from Toady1. That's literally all it says in the wiki about hunting dogs. It's just a quote from Toady.
I asked some of our commenters, like, where they get some of the knowledge they have. We've dug into the wiki pretty thoroughly and come up empty with a lot of things, but then we'll get comments that clarify really well stuff we're struggling with. Like, did you notice all the people telling us about books?
I saw some of that, but go ahead and clarify for me if I was missing something.
One of those settings, I think, is how things prescribe,
right,
or something. Basically, is like, how many copies of each book do you want? Which would have,
I mean, we were poking around in there, and you were like, none of this matters! What are you even doing in this screen?
I don't think I said that. That doesn't sound exactly right.
Your kids your kids are ugly! I remember, it was a quote.
Yeah, alright, yeah, that does sound... Fair enough. I mush. You are my everything. You are the wind beneath my eye mush.
So, are you actually doing stuff with your masons and stuff? I think you built a...
It is now time to begin.
Okay. Rock blocks! Love rock blocks. If in like a perfect fort, I would have 3 different masonries, and they would be pumping out rock blocks, rock pots, and then a third one for like other stuff that I might need, but just infinite rock blocks and rock pots.
What do they drink out of? I sort of ran into confusion with this.
Mugs?
I just thought it was goblet. Is the mug the same as a goblet?
Yeah, I think that they're just made out of different stuff, but I'm pretty sure you can carve a rock mug.
You can carve a rock mug, you can't carve a rock goblet. And I was like, is that the same thing?
There are wooden goblets called cups. Stone goblets are called mugs.
Okay.
Glass goblets are simply goblets.
Man, glass goblets would be hot. Yeah.
I made a green glass magma pump on the stream that I did the other day.
I sort of saw that, but there was no ocean.
There was magma.
Oh, that was interesting. Dip into that a tad?
I was in an Arctic embark, and for some reason I thought I was near a frozen ocean with a volcano. And I was very, very excited for the prospect of pumping the lava into the icy water and turning the ice into liquid again. And
that sounds cool. I totally get that.
Spent a large amount of time finding the right materials. Like, okay, it looks like glass is the easiest magma safe thing I can get, so I'll make a pump out of glass. And then I had to build the glass workshop and setting up a whole magma collection industry and making sure I had bags and all that good jazz. And then I finally assembled my pump. And this is, again, on stream, so, like, it's happening real time, and stuff takes a while to get going. And then I get this pump going, finally, after having it pointed in the wrong direction the first time, which was also hilarious. It's just a whole string of failures. I get this pump going, and I realized that what I thought was ocean was, in fact, open space. And I was just pumping the lava down the hill for no reason. And I made that mistake like 3 times because I went down the hill and I was like, okay, but here for sure there's ocean. And I like poked a hole in the volcano from there because I was just sick of dealing with it. And then it still didn't work because there was no water at all on that map.
Yes. Oh, speaking of, there's no water on this map.
Yeah, you want to get brewing.
I am brewing. Elephant head, amaranth leaves.
You only need water for wounded people, right? And I guess your animals?
I think so. Even the animals, I'm not entirely sure. Alright, so we got people sleeping. We're chipping away at all this.
I went to the wiki page for water, and it's not helpful. It's not about drinking water.
Well, I know that yes. Healthy dwarves do not need water. Possibly animals do. Definitely sick dwarves, for some reason.
I googled drinking, and it took me to the page for alcohol, so...
Livestock needs?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Meat industry, it says. Pastures?
Banded agate.
It does not say they have to have water. I'm gonna double check that.
Well, they get angry during winter for some reason.
Well, as we've mentioned, the wiki can be incomplete at times.
Yes. And other people seem to have inroads to information we don't have.
Well, they played the game, probably.
I guess, and then what? You just sort of know?
They didn't have somebody yelling about them about their ugly kids. Oh, they shouldn't push that button.
Listen, just get better genes and your kids won't be ugly.
Listen, 2 noses is a perfectly acceptable number of noses. Doesn't matter that one's bigger than the other.
Bedroom, yes. Dormitory. Enjoy your crappy beds. We have a very confusing conversation about square designating, and Al gets flustered about rock blocks.
Yeah. Also, blue apron. Oh, wait. That's later on in your episode. Never mind. Can't make that joke. Now, we can get to the point where we're using designating squares, which is something DF Hack lets us do.
Okay.
But
What do you mean?
it's not as helpful. Like, it's kind of buggy.
Designating...
So, yeah, have you never designated squares before?
I don't think so.
So designating squares just means you get to, like, draw a square rather than... like, not like that. Like, instead of using the UMK menu, you can just designate a start and an end point.
Kind of like when you're building a plot.
Yeah. Actually, no, plots are UMK too, right?
No, plots are UMK, yes. Balls
I don't think there's a...
What?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think that's a DF hack thing.
No, not... Box select is disabled. That's a DF hack. See how it says DF hack
yes.
options
Check.
right there?
You can do
We
it
are
like
also going to build a
mining, is that what you're saying?
workshop. Yes. Of a mason's workshop right here. It's going to be our rock area. And we will have a stone plot. Oh, no, sorry. Right in here. I didn't designate, I guess. Plot. Stone. And we're going to make those... Oh, great. I made an animal. Okay. We're going to disable... Oh, okay. Enable. This thing always gets me. No metal ores.
You all right there?
No economic. They're like non-economic stones to carve with.
Al, is it because of my...
Oh, I'm trying to focus on my fort, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not like my fort that I'm making? Oh, look at this.
What?
Look at what I've done. I designated a bunch of upstairs instead of walls on this side.
Is that... Will that...
Yeah, so we're going to remove built construction here. And we'll...
Cancel those, right?
Yeah, there's not a way to do this in the designation menu. It's weird.
Drink. Someone dropped a cloak, it looks like.
Could be.
I don't know why, but...
This is the Klingon warship?
Yes.
All right, now we need a bucket. I think that's a Craftsdwarf's workshop thing, which I don't have. We do want to make a study, though. This is going to be our manager's meager study. We'll go ahead and assign a manager over here. I always do my expedition leader. Assign chair. Just because he's easy to find, and we'll auto-allocate to manager. Now, is my farm ready? Yes, I can do my plots.
Plots.
Got a grower growing. Put our still there. We're gonna make a drink plot. I'll just make that food. We can designate in a little bit what kind of food, which is basically none of this and only this. Permit drinks. I like being able to see sort of, did I at least have some?
Yeah.
And we bring some with us, so.
The drink, yes. I have started debating my food stockpiles, how separate I want them. Also, that stock, those, I don't know what the answer is, but seeing which ones are toggled on and which ones are toggled off, I continue to have trouble with. The slightly lesser gray font doesn't really pop to me.
Okay. I'm gonna do what you're doing here. With that.
What?
I'm making wood blocks. I mean wood barrels. You did pots, but I'm gonna do barrels. Now, what did I do? That's a stone stockpile. Why is there wood in it? Just because they deconstructed that wall, right? You got to get our wall up here. Now, one of the fun things about building this way is that some things require indoor to build.
Yeah, like what? I know we've come across
like
them.
beds, tables, chairs, all of your sort of basic furniture needs.
So you can't put furniture down?
Not without a ceiling.
I need a ceiling. Then it becomes indoor?
Yeah, or a floor. I mean, now I'm going to go ahead and do the craft stores workshop here. Yeah, we can use those logs. We're doing a very elfy build.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I sense.
But I am going to get some stone here. Let's see, we got phyllite, microcline. I think I can do some rock potty stuff with both of those. Orthoclase.
Eating their way through the...
Centipede dwarves coming soon from Sci-Fi Channel. The dwarven centipede. There it is.
Yes.
That was the joke.
That's it. It's the 5th movie in that series. Like, what if we switched up what was in the centipede?
Oh. These dwarves are very much French. Yeah.
And human centipede. And dwarven centipedes.
I don't have any mechanisms. I don't need mechanisms for that. Oh, what? Nope. What? Cancel that.
What?
I didn't designate which direction I wanted to.
Yep, that'll happen.
I was all excited about not needing mechanisms yet. Because I don't have a dwarf. Or I don't have a... If you don't designate, what does it do?
It just retracts. It disappears into itself.
Does it stop things?
No.
Oh, well, that doesn't help us at all.
No, it doesn't. It's terrible. That's why that's such a terrible mistake to make with your first bridge that you then forget about and don't bother looking at again until the invasion comes, and your big defense is to make your bridge disappear.
Now we need some kind of crafting. We have a no wood crafter. This guy's a stone crafter. He's also on mining. We're gonna go ahead and take him off of that for now. And he's our mason. Yeah, so we're gonna let the miners do the mining and he can come and mason.
Seems like a good plan. Let the miners do the mining. Lost pick.
Yeah, I assume my mason dropped.
Yeah, that's more of
the pick.
They have a different term for that, especially when you're gearing up. It's like equipment mismatch or something like that. Seems like a better way to state that, from what I'm gathering or guessing is what's going on.
Go ahead and make some mugs. And what else should I make?
The reason you didn't use your manager for this.
No, I'm just right here.
Okay.
And also wanted to make sure. Sometimes I forget like what gets made at what workshop, and I think it's helpful to, like here I want rock blocks. Okay, now that I am going to use the manager for.
Rock blocks.
Rock. We're gonna go forever on rock blocks. All right, he doesn't have any non-economic hard stone. That's a problem.
Because you're only mining the magnetite,
mining.
So only magnetite is falling, and that's...
Yep, I got it.
I was thinking through this through myself.
Okay. Oh, I'm chop down trees. No wonder that's not making a difference. All right, we want some rocks. Give me some rocks.
See, all right.
What is it?
This is just an intrusionary...
Yeah, I'm just digging around.
Exploratory dig.
Yeah, I mean, I am gonna get... Oh, I wanted to get... Am I on caps? I'm on caps lock. That's what it is. Yay! Build. Construction. Up, down, stair. Oh, they never did finish this wall either. Oh, is it behind the dang Mason's workshop? I hate this.
There's so many new and weird ways to mess this up.
Cancels make wooden barrel could not find what? Path? Oh, okay. I don't care about that. Oh, look, the trees are changing colors.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Your fortress high up in the sky.
Go up to this mason guy. Is he... My masoner is doing what he's doing. Stone crafting and this. I really... I want him to come and deconstruct this workshop. And I'm annoyed that he's not yet.
The moment you've all been waiting for, fruit designation time. Plus, Joe makes a dog room and gets the worst migrant wave ever.
No, you don't want to get... So your mechanics workshop isn't getting built, and I'm going to assume that's because you don't have a mechanic. It could also be because he's super busy.
No, mechanics... I got it.
Okay.
I might be busy. Are you sure that's not built?
Oh.
Correct.
It didn't look like it was built to me, but I could have been wrong.
You were right.
I mean, you got a lot of hauling going on.
Yep.
I would imagine. There always is at the beginning of the fort, and not a lot of people to do the hauling. So...
This is all true. All of it.
The Jedi?
Stuff that doesn't make sense. All of it.
Everybody who hates the Force... Not the Force Awakens, what is it? The Last Jedi, everybody hates that?
Look at this. Like how the canopy of the trees is keeping it from...
Yes. It's also nice if you find a fruit tree, you can sort of... And you only want to designate where the fruit is, you can, like, do your gather plants right there. I love doing... That
is a kumquat tree.
I don't know if...
That is...
Is that a fruit?
That is a fruit. Cashew tree. Oh, we got cashew nuts!
Johnny Cashew. And a rabbatan tree.
Yeah, so...
What's a rabbatan?
It's like a gopher tan, but different.
Oh, okay. That's a good joke, Joe. I really like that.
I felt like I waited. It was always the same. Okay.
Well, I didn't laugh because it took me a second to realize it was a joke. I just recently learned about jicama from watching the new Netflix cake show called Nailed It. Jicama. I've never bought it before.
Maybe I haven't either. I know of it.
I bet I would have bought it if I had Blue Apron, Joe. I bet they would have sent me some.
Why do you...
I just hate them so much.
Where did this pop up? I have reasons for hating Blue Apron as well, but...
I just see their commercials on the television. All right, I watch Pluto TV because it's free and they have riff tracks nonstop. So I can just put it on when I'm folding laundry or watching the baby or whatever, and there's not something I want to watch. Riff tracks has ruined me for, like, most other entertainment. But they come on with the thing about Blue Apron, and it's like, you know, everybody has a cook inside of them. And I'm like, I know! You know how I know? It's because I cook all the time. I go to the store and I buy my ingredients, and it's not that hard. You just get a recipe.
Here's the thing. Here's one advantage they have. You ready?
What's that?
A lot of times you're not going to buy all of the little spices and herbs that a recipe calls for because you're going to use a pinch of them, and you don't want to buy a $6 jar of, like, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Blue Apron just literally sends you a pinch. So they do the wholesale buying and then break it down so you can really get into a lot of interesting flavors. I hate them too, but that is an advantage.
I can understand that. I get that there is an appeal to that. But there's a part of me that says, like, where is the cooking that is just looking at what you have in the freezer and saying, okay, I have these ingredients, I can make something with this?
Yeah. It's obviously not their, you know, you're not in their market, Albert.
I mean, that's where things like stew and goulash and, like, different kinds of rice dishes where you just throw a bunch of veggies in. I was just thinking, I accidentally threw away my, whatchamacallem, broccoli stalks. Because we had broccoli, and, you know, I don't normally use the stalks, so I just tossed them away. And I was thinking about making fried rice. I was like, wait a minute, I could have had broccoli hearts. I could have just, you know, peeled the skin off of those and chopped them up real fine and had them in my fried rice.
I like those better than the florets.
Well, they're good. I just forgot to do it. But
whenever I make broccoli, I'm more excited about peeling the stems and using that.
What do you cook them, or what's your strategy there?
No, I throw them out.
You're just excited about the peeling process?
Yes, I love peeling.
I don't know why I've stopped doing this thing, Joe, that you do, where you designate things to be dumped. Because that, especially early on in the fort, that is just giving your dwarves a whole bunch of work to do.
I know. We've just sort of discussed this, and I agree, but it's a holdover, and I can't. And I don't want these things in the freaking stockpile later on.
They'll move them out of the way once, like, you can make a stone stockpile for them to put that stuff in, and they'll use it as they need it.
I think dumping is like the last thing people do, so I'm not going to sweat it too much.
Now, what is the stockpile going to be?
That's just everything from the caravan.
Okay. That's something that I have kind of gotten away from doing.
It just sits up there, and I don't, I like to sort of start to get organized here.
Now, can you run me through, I know you have a masons, I know you have a mechanics. Is there a craft stores workshop in there?
Yeah, all four. Carpenter, craft stores, mason, mechanics are there.
Okay.
Four, if you will.
But no stockpiles for any of those.
Separate stockpiles? That, like, feed into them?
I don't know, like if I have a carpenter's workshop, I always put a wood stockpile right next to it.
I have been told, and maybe this has changed because it is a little older, that a single stockpile for wood, and I actually didn't do this, so that's different. Like right by your entrance is actually the efficiency way.
Why would you say that?
I have been told that by people who are smarter than me.
Okay. Did they provide some kind of reason, or was it just sort of like, listen, I'm smarter than you and your kids are ugly?
It was very intimidating. I've been too scared to really come back to it. Because wood's light, you can sort of funnel in all your stuff from the outside. I think that's a trip people make more often. It's like where the wood has fallen into the stockpile, and then it's not that big a deal for people to run up and down to grab a piece of wood for what they need. You have that's sort of your central wood stockpile.
Okay.
It made sense. Again, maybe that's changed. Or maybe the person had no idea what they were talking about, but I heard that once and it stuck.
It's amazing how much of our lives is like that.
Yes.
You just hear something, we're like, I'm going to believe that one. And then you hear things. I was in a conversation recently where it was sort of about the like government versus the free market and like what efficiency level it was. There's this bridge in our town. It's a toll bridge. And they've just kept raising the prices because nobody goes over it. And they're like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. That's the government for you. And somebody points out, well, no, that was actually a privately funded bridge, and that's why they keep raising the prices. And it occurred to me later on that none of the people in that conversation like heard that and thought, maybe the private market isn't the best solution all the time. Like they just moved on with their lives. Mm-hmm. And I mean, the opposite would also be true. Like if you had somebody who was a big socialist and then you pointed out like, man, this socialist program that you guys had just whiffed it real bad. They wouldn't be like, man, I guess socialism kind of sucks, huh?
Yeah, you need a sea change moment, as they're known.
Is that what it is?
It's one way of putting it.
Okay.
A large,
what does it change into a D?
They've suspended the construction of a chalk lever. Why would you do that?
Probably because there's a rock right there.
That's my dump. That's why.
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
It wasn't that funny, was it?
It was funny to me, Joe.
Oh. Well, no comment there. The reason I hate Blue Apron is because I had a good friend who lived down the hall from me in my last building, and she had Blue Apron. And occasionally when she went away for business or whatever, she would forget to cancel it or tell them to put it on hold. And so Blue Apron would show up and sit there for a while, and then I'd get a message like, oh, by the way, I completely forgot on Blue Apron. You're totally welcome to that Blue Apron if you want it. And in her mind, this was like huge favor for Joe, like, oh, what a great thing I'm doing. In my mind, she's basically giving me an errand. Not even errand, she's kind of like, because
this
it was
is
also
not a complaint against Blue Apron. This is a
Yes,
complaint
it is.
against your friend.
No, it's firmly lodged in my head as a Blue Apron thing. And plus, it would be like I don't eat fish, but I would get salmon or something. I don't know. I only opened it once, and I was like, oh, it's salmon. And then I just was like, to hell with this. She never was like, I screwed up. And this is totally Blue Apron's fault. She never said, like, I messed up. Can you maybe do something with the Blue Apron? It'd be a big, big help. She always was like, guess what? I messed up, and you get to have Blue Apron. Isn't that exciting?
I actually am super on board with your friend's strategy here, where she's, like, trying to spin this as a positive. I don't know.
Yeah, well, no. You weren't the one having it spun to, and being told, like, what do you mean? Why aren't you grateful for this?
All you had to do
The
was
box
say...
sat out there for 2 days. It's full of food and fish. Like, I don't know what the hell's happening with it, and I don't want it.
Don't... Just throw it away.
I would have to. That was it. Again, she would give me an errand, but pretend like she was doing me a favor. It was not cool.
Yeah.
This is something I'm trying to get in the habit of doing.
I guess they do suck.
And that's why Blue Apron is terrible. Abbey of Doctrine.
It's also just expensive. I can't...
Yeah, again, you're not their target by any stretch of the imagination. Some migrants have arrived. Woo woo!
I'm the guy who's like, can I get like a monthly shipment of a 20-pound bag of basmati rice, please? That's my interest.
Tree.
That is interesting.
Anyway.
Actually, I probably couldn't go through 20 pounds in a month.
That's a lot of rice.
So this is a dog room?
Full of ugly kids. Yep, apparently that's a dog room.
A dog room and nursery.
It's an early temple, but apparently it's just full of dogs.
I think your time is up, Joe.
It's really funny. Let me just see this. Is it?
Did they send you an entire migrant wave of children?
No.
Oh.
Ooh, that's
they had
terrible.
2 adults. They sent
Is
you
my
2
time?
adults and 6 kids?
When I asked for sons. Yeah, this is terrible. This is just awful.
They sent you their nursery.
Yes.
They
They're all
sent
hanging
you
out
the
at my
Duggar
temple.
family. They're just, you guys are weird and we don't like your show, so you get a trip to a new colony. Yeah. These guys are great. You're going to love them. They've got a lot of dogs.
It's just
They've got a room for the dogs.
I like that when you said that, it really was just dogs. And now it's dogs, chickens, and children. Oh, God.
I would not put my kids in this nursery, Joe.
It's a temple! It's not a nursery! Also, am I done? Remember, we had 20 minutes or so of...
I can go short if I turn out to be wrong.
Nope, that'll wind me down. Built this great dog room. I'm pretty happy with it.
Is there a god of dogs in this world? I don't...
Hopefully. Well, there's chickens now, too, and children playing. It's just a...
They're real ugly, though.
Also, let's just recap on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. Are they anywhere near, like, the right... What is the right age? 7, 3, 75... Oh, he's actually not a kid. 8, 7 months old? These are young kids.
Do they say who they're related to?
This 10-year-old often feels lustful.
He tends not to reveal personal information, though.
That's odd. This 7-month-old does not easily hate.
Well, that's not my experience with 7 months old.
All right, that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna save up the file, and that was weird. I'm pretty sure Albert gets some extra time in here. I get very confused, and Albert yells at architects.
We'll go ahead and make some beds. And at some point here, I want to get started, like, even before we have citizens, I'm planning on building some statues and stuff in anticipation for that being at least one of the things they'll want.
I have to go with my Michelangelo gambit. I think I'm gonna pump out some early gear too, if possible. Early iron armor and stuff. And have a crappy militia, but at least when they need to gear up, they'll have stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a set for every. Well, I don't know. I guess. You know what? I can't do that joke because it's too early on. I'll just say that my first migrant wave really helped things.
Yep. All right, we've made all of our wooden barrels. Why won't you deconstruct the dang thing?
It needs masonry.
Yeah, I see that. I am going to take them. I was going to hold off on this, but I'm going to take them off of hauling.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. That's always an interesting choice, too, the first person you take off of hauling.
I just want them to do the thing. Like, other people can haul if they want to. I just need this to happen so I can keep going up. I mean, I guess I can go ahead and build the floor here. Like, that's not going to hurt anything to have that part going.
I guess this is confusing.
What are you confused about, besides the fact that I'm a filthy elf?
Not confusing in the way that you want it to be. Yes. Have some.
Malcolm Gladwell?
Everything is confusing in the thinking. Not like, oh, this is so confusing, Albert, but like there's things that the game does. The game is designed to dig. And a lot of the UI and weird things that pop up are because it's designed to be underground and dug like that. So I feel like sort of turning this on its head, literally, you're going to run into things where it's going to be like, why is this so difficult? Oh, it's because the game wasn't designed to be built upright.
Now, what kind of
What's happening here? What do you got?
problem is with the bridges? Probably takes architecture, yes. This was something that I had problems with. So that is not listed as architecture in this menu. It's listed as... Oh, it is. Okay, it's under R, but it's building designer. I don't know why everybody's not always toggled on to building designer. That seems like kind of an obvious...
I think you can get better at it, and I think with some buildings that matters.
According to what I've read, not really, but what is my mason doing? Where's he at? It's this guy. Store item and stockpile? Right?
What?
I think it's Mayfall. Hold on. Okay. No, it's Bimble. Bimble?
God damn it, Bimble.
Oh, he's drinking. Great.
Oh, yeah. It is the architect who carries the building materials to the site and clears it of debris.
All right, he's eating. Why is he... He's sleeping. Get up and deconstruct the dang masonry! Or at least build those rock blocks I wanted. Jeez, man.
The total quality of the building is determined by the skill of the architect and the skill of the builder.
We're early in the gambit. I don't really care about that.
Building
He's
quality
just
has only two effects
napping.
in-game. High-quality buildings can occasionally trigger a happy thought, and higher-quality buildings will boost your fort's overall architectural wealth.
All right, I want to get a wood stockpile up in here.
Up in here, up in here.
Actually, I can just make this whole thing a wood stockpile.
I wonder what these
Oh,
plants
why is it a furniture stockpile? Come on, guys.
I don't know. I can have a real hard time
Can
seeing
I, if I
what's-
overwrite this with wood, will that just cancel the other one?
I don't know.
We'll double check. Nope, still a furniture stockpile. Thanks. Today I learned.
Once the stockpile's down, you have to actually go in versus just overwriting it.
Come on, Bemble.
Up in here.
Bemble! You can't complain about it not being orderly, though.
I mean, I guess. It does seem to have that Albert chaotic flair going. It's a thing. Drink.
That's just me.
I know. So
Okay, I know what he's doing. He's over here. He's in these things.
what are these
Get
things?
off of
what things?
the construct building, because it takes time to like build all these floors and stuff.
Right. Oh, so you've got it. He's probably doing. Okay.
So he was probably just like doing all the. Okay, there it goes. Now we can. Oh, it's not even suspended. They just haven't been able to get to it yet. And they took my wood from the mason stockpile to build their floor up top. Great. Build the thing! Let me toggle it. Maybe that'll help. Construct bed has been completed. That's good. I'm going to go down to our farm. We've got...
Dimple cups.
dimple cups are for dye. I learned that
Yeah, why
the other day. They're worthless. I guess I'll do another thing there.
Oh, you got two farms. I see now.
Yeah.
There's a cat.
I'm thinking about building my kitchen down here.
I'm juggling a lot when I start to build my kitchen. It's a whole person you have to sort of slap on there, but it does add a lot of value.
Oh, wait. No. I don't want that. Cancel that.
Oh, what'd you do?
I just made a new farm plot. I just wanted to see if I don't have any seeds yet. I did put on plant gathering.
So what is the yellow stuff? Is that sand or no? Because that wasn't sand to start with.
That is phyllite pebbles
Ah, of course.
and dry
grass.
carpet grass. Now, what kind of trees do I have here? Kapok, I don't know what that is. Kumquats, those are fruits. Rubber tree, not a fruit. Probably date palms. What, can you make rubber in this game?
Or use rubber. Rubber's older than people would think. Like, well-made rubber isn't, but...
We're going to make this a gather fruit area. Maybe we'll queue up some step ladders for our gathering fruit.
Interesting.
A couple of those. Well, you bring, I think, one.
Never thought to do that.
Okay. I'm going to cancel this and put him back in, because that's... Unless... Oh, they're not done down there, but come on. Build it, and I will come. Thanks for letting that hang out there. All right, that won't be stopping that anymore. He can work on his rock blocks eventually. Probably going to drink or something.
They do that. They love their drink.
They're fond of drink and industry.
So I also haven't really, we've mentioned, we're in the new version. I haven't really tinkered with the whole There's no tinkering to do, but looked into the whole new emotions that happen and stuff.
Oh yeah, they'll just tell you like so and so's depressed. They don't want to work no more.
But I guess you have to view the dwarf to sort of get a sense of what they like or how they're doing, and a little more detail. Is that wall of text a little more relevant? I guess is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, oh great, they were mad about getting caught in the rain. Crap, idiot. Okay, hey, we got our bridge getting built. Woo! Finally.
Yeah, I guess I got to poke around my dwarves and see if anything's.
Now we're gonna go ahead and build our mechanics workshop up here, not right next to the wall this time. Not gonna make that mistake again.
I mean, only one of the squares is impassable. I don't know what they were doing. It's confusing.
What, down there?
Well, only one square of the workshop was impassable. I don't know why they couldn't build those walls.
Are you sure?
I thought so.
I think that gray side, I think, was those two blocks there are impassable, and then the left side is one side. It's one.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different workshop.
Now that we have rock blocks going, we can work a little faster towards the building because we can use rock blocks in the building. But you need to kind of get going there. I need mechanics. Where are mechanics at? Not there. Miller, not there either, I guess. Oh, it's way over here. Mechanic. Now my mason is doing a lot. I'm going to put my carpenter on mechanics because I don't have a ton of carpentry to do. Wait, that is my mason. Carpenter on mechanics. Don't have a lot of carpentry to do. And we will JMQ up some mechanisms for when we have that. I think 3 is enough. 1 for the lever and 2 to... No, I probably need 4. That makes sense.
What?
You need 1 mechanism for the lever and you need 3 to connect the lever to the bridge. Right?
Maybe 2. 1 for the bridge, 1 for the lever, I think. You need 3 total.
Alright. Moving right along.
Moving right along.
Footloose and fancy free. I've had that in my head so bad. I don't know why. I used it in an Albert versus the Asylum video. And I do know why. It's because of that. So that's a T and then an L. They haven't made those yet. All right. Make those mechanisms. 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 I haven't made a refuse stockpile either. I'll go ahead and I guess put one of those over here.
I like it.
Okay. And then what, corpses for C? Oh, that's cloth.
Why?
Because
yeah, I knew it was coming.
I legitimately like didn't know why you were asking. I was like, because I need a store. I was not a smart man at that point, Joe. Now, what else should I build up here with my mechanics workshop? I kind of like to keep, when I'm doing this, I like to keep the workshops that are similar together. I think I waited to build the masons and the craft stores workshop all on the same level last time. I want to do like butchers and kitchen and stuff a little higher up.
How many levels
once we have that
gotten
going?
To-ish?
I don't know. I've gotten it pretty wide. I've gotten it wider than this. I've got like, 15 wide, and the cost of construction increases pretty exponentially. I don't know if constructions add to the wealth of your fort. We were looking at the.
I think there's literally a construction.
Yeah.
Subcategory.
So I don't know if this will make me more likely to get more migrants or not in the future waves.
Let's look up migrants.
They like wealth. Migrants like wealth. I know that. Faux fact.
The date on which immigrants appear in a season seems to be fixed at the start of that season, but the number of immigrants and their skills are determined when the migrant wave arrives.
Summer has arrived on the calendar.
The first 2 are hard-coded in. I know that too.
Yes. Although they don't hard-code an exact number. It's like between 1 and 10.
Yep, that is correct. The third wave and on are influenced by the created wealth of the fortress.
And I want to get... Where's my grower at?
Specifically, they're influenced by the fortress's wealth as reported by the last outgoing dwarven caravan.
Brewer, herbalist. I'm taking you off herbalist. Adequate cook, I'll leave you on that for now. And you are not on construction stuff. This guy's neglecting his duties, Joe.
Wealth is the sum of everything of value in your fortress. Everything base basically everything except corpses and remains. This includes stones, buildings, engravings, and any and every kind of created good.
Cool. Now our stone stockpile is not looking real robust yet.
Artifacts can be huge.
Oh yeah?
Artifacts made of precious resources and heavily decorated can easily be worth thrice the value of the rest of your fortress in the early years.
I know what I need to do. I need to put my jeweler's workshop up here. That's a good thing to do. It can take up a lot of room. I don't know if we have any jewels on our base level here. I guess I can look in the stocks. Oh, that's not the stocks. This is the stocks. Rough gems, none. Okay. There's no point in like trying to make sure somebody's assigned to gems or whatever because we're not there yet.
Have you thought about making one layer of walls fortifications?
What now?
Like the second story turns those walls into fortifications instead.
I have not, but that's an interesting idea. So that would be, they could shoot out from like, with bows and arrows and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Mechanisms has been completed. Cool. Maybe now he'll build the lever. I don't know if you need mechanics to build the lever. I assume you do. Cancels brew drink from plant. Needs unrotten plants. Do I have any seeds yet? I do not have any seeds for above ground. I don't love that. You can brew, like you can cook beer.
Yes?
So if you have a good, like if you have a really solid brewing thing going on, but you don't have a lot of other like edible plants, you can have your kitchen do that for
to
you.
get your meals up and running? Interesting.
Yeah. I know you are averse to that idea. But
again, the food adds so much freaking wealth and is so helpful. I'm coming around to it. I just know that no booze means not happy.
Yeah. I've discovered an expansive cavern deep underground. Where am I tunneling from? Where do I intersect this thing?
I don't know.
Okay, here we go. That's where. They're going to keep going down.
Oh, nice. You happen to hit a...
Yeah, until right... No, I should keep going right... Oh, I'm not even still going right there.
No, you hit water.
If I build a hatch at the top of this, will that keep things out, or will they just bust through if they're pretty big? Like cave olms and stuff.
Look that elf. Look that elf. What? It is in effect a door, so some things can destroy doors.
Okay. No, I don't have a jeweler, it seems.
Oh. Since building destroyers can only destroy buildings on other Z levels under certain conditions, hatch covers can be quite effective. So it's slightly different than a door because destroying from underneath is a little trickier.
Okay.
And there's a whole crazy explanation of when they can and when they can't, and that I'm not going to get into.
Okay.
Especially because I think you're starting to hit time.
I'm looking for my jeweler real quick. I was hoping to put a gem cut on. I forget where that is in here. Thought it was over here. Cook. Gem cutter. Here it is. Nobody on that. That guy is a woodcutter currently.
Are these the same categories that the therapist uses?
Yeah. It's in the same order.
Gotcha.
Taking you off of woodcut, and I'm taking you off of all this. Maybe. You know what? No, I'm not. But this is my grand plan. It might possibly anticlimactic. Joe is not as blown away as I maybe hoped that he would be.
It just seems, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, yes. Maybe it will be when I think about it more.
Maybe it will be what?
Maybe I will be blown away. Like it was a delayed response. It's going to look neat. I just don't know how it's going to work out.
Well, I like the sort of vertical sorting. So, like, because I think it's the same as traveling left to right for movement speed as traveling up and down. That's my assumption anyway.
Right.
So, like, getting things from one level to the next, if you're using this kind of sorting, it makes it, I think, a little bit easier. Like, as far as efficiency goes, like, if you need wood higher up, rather than having, I've got to walk this wood all the way over to the left side of my fort, it's like, I've got to go up the stairs.
Right. I guess. I mean...
That was my impression of it when I was doing it before.
Because you cracked the cavern, so you're starting to get monster hunters.
Oh, yeah. And some migrants have arrived. Oh, let's see what kind of migrant wave I get.
Wait,
so you have gotten... You got kind of a crummy one. Let's see who comes on. So we got... how many is it? Did I get like 2 people? I'm at 9. Oh, there goes. Nope, that's still 9. Not very many migrants. Let's see what they look like.
This is your first wave?
Oh, I'm on caps lock again. Crap. Yeah, a dwarven child and dwarven peasant. Yeah.
Oh, this is all. This is no. That's a new arrival.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's a farmer. You think he can be? Can the farmer and the cowman be friends, Joe?
Yes, Albert.
Okay. Oh, this guy's a talented grower. Is this my guy? Is that a new Ustooth? He's also a brewer. He's doing good on the growing. I'm going to leave him on there for sure. But that'll do it for my turn. This is my plan for my fort. A large rat has guzzled some dwarven wine.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to build this inverted pyramid and then just, mine for other stuff. But I want most of my things.
He needs to be your mascot.
I'm not going to catch the rat. We're going to build most of our stuff up here. And maybe bedrooms underground, Joe. I might have people sleep underground. All right. Just because it's easier to have room down there. It's not as important to have an expansive room for a wood stockpile or whatever. But once you're dealing with lots and lots and lots of dwarves like we will be to get this challenge going, that's a little bit more tricky. But here we are. I'm at 9 dwarves. You're at how many?
12-ish.
Okay. So Joe's a little bit ahead of me getting towards the mayor requirements of this little challenge we're doing, but I'm going to catch up because of my amazing amounts of created wealth. Very confident.
Waiting on an outro.
Oh, okay. Thanks everybody so much for watching. If you like this, don't forget to like it on the YouTube page and subscribe to our channel. If you have not done so already, you should also go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/humanechoes and consider becoming a patron. Patrons make all of this possible, and they're really valued members of our Human Echoes family. You guys are awesome, and we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye. Hey guys, Albert here. Thanks for checking out our video. If you like the videos that we make, you should check us out over on patreon.com where you can help support the stuff that we do. Consider clicking that little P and becoming a patron. Thank you.